Hey, hey, this is my Jersey Belles recap. Wedding Belles, episode 1, season 2. I am not at my perkiest today. I woke up and it's just one of those days where you just wake up and everything about you goes, nope, let's go back to bed. But I'm excited about this show. I'm excited about my recap, so I washed my hair, slapped on some makeup, and watched the show. I'm going to call this sort of a transition episode. It's only the second episode. So not a lot is happening. We're setting things up. We get to meet some of Jaime's family. We get to start setting up sort of the dynamic of, you know, she wants a fourth child. We get to meet and see her job and see her travel. And then we're preparing for things. Okay, so there's not a lot to recap. And I probably hit most of the highlights. So we see her office, who she shares with Scarlett, who is an underwriter for insurance. And I have no clue what that means. Jaime is a publicist, which I don't know if I could tell you what a publicist does other than get you publicity. But like that's actually her job, like the name of her job. So that's kind of a wild guess. What's funny is this week Netflix recommended a show and I started watching it called Hell on Earth, which was also, I believe, on Bravo. And she's a publicist. So it's kind of funny that I'm now watching two publicist show. And by the way, Hell on Earth is great. Go Netflix it. Super fun and horrifying. Anyway, Jaime has to go to LA to do part of her job. She talks about the struggle of trying to work in LA and New York and actually living in a third place, and, you know, I feel ya. She talks about how difficult it is to fly in, and I totally understand that we fly into Steamboat Springs, which is a small ski town. Great skiing, by the way. And pretty much all of the flights that I take go through Denver. And that flight goes from Steamboat to Denver, just goes back and forth every day. And it is late like 100% of the time. So my travel anxiety over the past couple of years that I've lived here has just gone through the roof. Like I'm at the point where I almost need medication when I fly because I get so nervous about missing flights. And she already knows she's going to miss Arden's wedding, but she's hoping to make it back for the reception unless the weather's bad. And unfortunately, of course, that's what they're predicting. So we catch up with Arden. She's planning the wedding. They're going to do it in the horse barn. And my first thought was the same as her thought. Like, I love horses. I love the smell of horses. But if I was eating, I wouldn't necessarily want a horse like 4 feet away, especially in a stall where they're pooping and peeing. Like, that's what animals do. I mean, that's what everything does. So, yeah, I'm kind of with her on that. We still don't know if his mother's going to come. And it's kind of weird to me that no one knows. Like, not even he knows. Like, does he not talk to his mom? Are they estranged? Do they already know that she hates Arden and just no one's, like, everyone's too polite to say it? Like, I kind of don't get how it's such a big unknown. But, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying there's anything fishy. I'm just saying it's, like, weird to watch because that's just not how, I don't think it's how my family would roll. Anyway, we catch up with Luci and her crazy life of all these kids that are running different directions and we're doing this, we're doing that, and sounds like her boyfriend's about to move in, and then like 2 scenes later she calls Jaime and she's crying and he's broken up, and Jaime says she's seen it coming, so I'm guessing there's more to the story than we've seen in the whole hour and a half that we had been watching the show up to that point. Anyway, I feel sorry for Luci. I broke up a lot when I was single. Like, all of my stories used to start with I dated this guy who, because I dated so many people for a very short period of time and gave it a good go, and it was like the worst decision ever. Anyways, I feel bad for Luci. We see Jaime go to LA. We get to see her do her awesome work, which I found totally depressing because where my career is or not. But that's my issue. Anyway, we get to meet Jaime's mother-in-law, who seems fabulous, but very different from Jaime. And we basically lead right up to Jaime on her way home, and we kind of get this sense of impending disaster coming. So we'll have to see if Jaime makes it to Arden's wedding or not. And that is a second recap. Why don't you hit me up in the comments and tell me what you like about the show? A lot of people are watching the recap, so let's talk. Let's continue the discussion.